they reverted almost everything. So coming out of the PTB, 9.3 went from one of the biggest changes to Survivor base kit, huge buff for survivors, to literally nothing. Starting off, the resolve bar is now visible for all survivors while hooked, so that's a good thing. You can tell how long somebody has until they can unhook themselves from being camped for too long. They also kept the anti-face camp meter filling up faster, so from 0 to 10 seconds, 1x, 10 to 22x, and greater than 24x. So basically, the longer the killer's around you, the faster your face camp meter is going to fill up. Now, nobody likes face camping in DBD, but the issue with this patch is the fact that if you go down here, they reverted the detection range for the face camp zone to 16 because it was larger. So they made the detection range smaller so that killers with lower mobility are punished greater than killers with higher mobility for face camping. Any other killer, Blight, Nurse, the strongest killers in the game, can still camp you. They just have to stay outside of the range. Now, one of the major changes with 9.3 in the PTB was survivors getting 30 seconds of haste endurance. They got a new elusive effect, hiding scratch marks in all forms of finding the survivor, besides making them invisible, basically. Immunity to AFK crows, and they got to see the killer's aura for 10 seconds. Huge buff to survivor base kit after getting unhooked. They changed that to just simply adding 5 seconds of whatever the base kit already was. So now survivors just get haste and endurance for 15 seconds instead of the previous 10. They cut in half the haste and endurance for survivors plus all of those other buffs. Just completely reverted it. So if you were happy as a survivor main, GG, bro, you're cooked now. And besides that, they also reverted almost every other major change from 9.3. I'm not mad at it because this should have been a bug fixing patch in the first place because of the amount of sheer bugs that DBD has, but I'm also not surprised that the community is pretty freaking upset that they did all of these major changes, put it in the PTB, and obviously it's subject to change, but they reverted almost absolutely everything. The only good news from this patch is that Mindbreaker is finally back after 2 months of being kill switched. They reverted unhook protections, reverted unique hook bonuses. They reverted the following perks: Babysitter, Borrow Time, Furtive Chase, and Off the Record to make up for those other changes that they reverted. And they also reverted all of the slugging changes. So the killers used to get Bloodlust on unique hooks. They completely changed that. They nerfed the base kit of the Survivor from what it was going to be. And they basically changed absolutely nothing. Scratch mark colors are in, though. You can change your scratch mark colors. And that's pretty much it, chat. I mean, I was going to make a whole video on 9.3, but they literally just reverted everything. I'm happy that they're making bug fixes, but just edging your community with major changes to Survivor base kit, which would completely change the game, they just completely reverted it. I mean, I hope to see this come back in a later patch, and hopefully they're rethinking it, because I think 30 seconds of all of those buffs might be a little bit too much for the base kit, but they're going to have to work perks around it. Behavior is just at a point where they're rushing things a lot. They should have just done a full patch where they're just fixing bugs and fixing the things that are making the game unplayable. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments, though.